After the Nazi occupation of Poland, the war began to spread throughout the world. The Germans and their allies made a methodical effort to eliminate Jews from the face of the earth. But the Jewish people did not surrender. They fought back against those who persecuted them, joined the armed forces en masse.
When most people think about the Jewish people in World War II, they picture the Holocaust. Now, the Chaim Herzog Museum of the Jewish Soldier in World War II seeks to expand that perception.
There were 1.5 million Jewish soldiers who participated in the war. 250,000 of them were killed during the war, and nobody mentioned that. So this museum, as I say, it is a kind of changing mind.
Retired Brigadier General Zvi Kantor is one of the founders and CEO of the museum. Kantor served in the IDF for more than 30 years. He says that while Yad Vashem, the World Holocaust Remembrance Center, covers the story of those murdered in great detail, there's another chapter that gets lost.
The way of education in Israel, because of concentration in the Holocaust, and nobody say, listen, yes, we suffered, we had a lot of victims, killed 1/3 of our people, but on the other side, we also participated in the war and we contribute to the victory on the Nazi Germany.
The interactive experience starts with a time elevator that depicts volunteers like Chaim Herzog, who later became Israel's first president.
Now you're on the deck in Pearl Harbor. You see the Arizona, the Japanese attack. You understand that the state fought in the Pacific, the state fought in North Africa, and they invaded in Normandy. We say when America joined the war, it became the World War. Let's go to the next wing, and we are entering to the Jewish ghetto, and through the breakthrough, we are going to the forest to join the partisans.
There in the forest, visitors are waiting with the partisans to blow up a train. When you reach the end of the museum, there's a shift from the victorious end of World War II to the battle for the new state of Israel just 3 years later. That's when they formed the Machal Brigade. It consisted of soldiers from other nations who had already fought in World War II and then came to help the fledgling state.
We had only underground, and suddenly the War of Independence, you had to operate battalions, brigades, tanks, artillery. That knowledge is no in the underground. Somebody brought it from where? Why we don't talk about it?
The new museum is at LATRUN, Israel's official memorial site for fallen Armored Corps soldiers, known as one of the world's most unique tank displays. A special garden at the entrance to the Jewish Soldiers Museum tells the story of war.
War is blood, red, black, smoke. There is no life.
The statue behind me is dedicated to around 4,000 soldiers from 43 countries, Jews and non-Jews, who came to help Israel fight in its war of independence.
On the other side, we built the garden of the blooming of the state of Israel.
Even before its opening, the museum had a special impact with an American connection. The Jewish Institute for National Security of America, or JINSA, brought a group of retired generals and admirals to the museum. CBN News spoke with 2 of the U.S. tour participants. Retired Vice Admiral James Malloy said it opened his eyes to history he didn't know about.
When you say Jews in World War II, the thing that comes to mind is Holocaust. If you say Jews World War II fight, then the Warsaw Uprising comes to mind, and maybe some partisan fighting, but that the Jewish people amongst the countries of the Allies joined the armed forces in mass and then performed superbly, heroically as patriots and set the stage for Israel after the war.
Retired U.S. Army General John Campbell said he would have liked to spend a lot more time there.
I thought it was fascinating to see the resilience, the bravery, and the way they've broken out the museum. You kind of go down and you spiral in. It's got the use of technology there is pretty amazing. It's got video, it's got movies, it's got touch screens.
The museum also houses a library and database with plans for a research center. So far, they have collected the stories of some 30,000 Jewish soldiers and names of hundreds of thousands of others. So they're hoping relatives and friends of other soldiers will register them on the museum's website. Julie Stahl, CBN News, LATRUN, Israel.